Hi there, I'm Pastor Matt, and I want to welcome you to day one of our Creation Virtual VBS. On behalf of my church, Pennsburg United Church of Christ, and all of our partnering churches in this project, I want to thank you for joining us in what promises to be a fun-filled week of stay-at-home learning and growing with God. The course of today's video will go as follows. As soon as I finish this greeting, you'll have a chance to learn 2 songs with some hand motions. And then I'll be back to introduce you to our Bible story and our lesson for the day, along with an environmental tip. Next, some of my friends from church will share with you some ideas for an activity and a craft and a game that go with today's lesson. And then, of course, there will be snack. And finally, you'll get to sing one more time, and then I'll pray to close our video. And you can feel free to do as much or as little of the things in this video as you want, as long as you're having fun and learning about God. So we are excited that you are here. Are you ready to get started? Let's go.
Hi everyone, my name is Pastor Sydney, and I am here to teach you all the theme song for this week's Creation Vacation Bible School. Now, this song is very special to me. It's important because my dad actually wrote this song. It's called God Saw That Everything Was Good. And it's about the creation story from the Bible, the story that we're hearing and learning about this week in Bible school. So I'm here to teach you the chorus of the song and the hand motions that go with it. And then we will go ahead and sing the whole song together so that way we can learn it. Hopefully you have the lyrics in front of you and you'll be able to follow along. But the chorus goes like this. God saw that everything was good, everything created on the earth, oceans and seas, land and the breeze. God saw that everything was good. Again, God saw that everything was good, everything created on the earth, oceans and seas, land and the breeze. God saw that everything was good. So I'll teach you the hand motions, and that will help you to learn the song. So the first word is God, and we take both our fingers, our pointer fingers, our first fingers, and we point them to the sky for God. God saw that everything, and with everything we take our hands and extend them out in front of us in a nice sweeping motion, gesturing to everything. So God up to the sky, God saw that everything was good. And on good, we take our hands and we cross them over our heart to recognize that it's good and that it's built with love. So it goes, God, point to the sky, saw that everything, sweeping motion, was good. Cross your chest. So God saw that everything was good. And then the next lyric is everything. So you gesture out to everything again. Created. And for created, you take your fists and you tap them once on top of each other and then the other hand on top of your fists. So everything created on the earth. And with the earth, you take your hands and you raise them above your head in a circle to form the earth. So it goes, everything created on the earth. Okay? And then oceans and seas, you take your hand and you make waves with your hand and your arm. And so you move it up and down, oceans and seas. And then for land, you stop your arm and you keep it straight to be the land and the breeze. And on breeze, you take your arm up and you just kind of blow it gently like it's being blown in the wind or in the breeze, right? So it goes oceans and seas, wave motion, land, you stop that, and the breeze. And then your arm goes upward in a gentle wave, okay? And then it repeats, God saw that everything was good. So again, God up to the sky saw that everything was good. So let me teach that a little bit faster. So it goes, God saw that everything was good, everything created on the earth, oceans and seas, land and the breeze. God saw that everything was good. Okay, now let's sing it together. I think we can do it. Ready? Here we go. It starts with God, point upwards. God saw that everything was good, everything created on the earth, oceans and seas, land and the breeze. God saw that everything was good. One more time. God saw that everything was good, everything created on the earth, oceans and seas, land and the breeze. God saw that everything was good. Good job, everyone. Now let's go ahead and sing it all together, and we're going to hear the song from the very top. Here we go. Ready? God saw that everything was good, everything created on the earth, oceans and seas, land and the breeze. God saw that everything was good. Some say the world is God's garden, beauty for all to enjoy. Birds and bees, flowers and trees, God saw that everything was good. Chorus. God saw that everything was good, everything created on the earth, oceans and seas, land and the breeze. God saw that everything was good. God created us in His image, humankind created together, equal and sharing, loving and caring. God saw that everything was good. Chorus. God saw that everything was good, everything created on the earth, oceans and seas, land and the breeze. God saw that everything was good. In the beginning, God looked around and wanted to make something new. First there was darkness, then came the light. The earth was made in 6 full days. God rested on the 7th day. Chorus. God saw that everything was good, everything created on the earth, oceans and seas, land and the breeze. God saw that everything was good. God saw that everything was good. God saw that everything was good. One last time. God saw that everything was good. Thank you, everyone. Great job. I hope you like that song as much as I do. I'm looking forward to singing it every day this week. Bye.
Hi, everybody. We're going to learn a new song. It's called This Is the Day. And I'm going to show you a couple motions that go along with the song. We're going to learn the motions and then sing it through twice. So the motions are, this is the day that the Lord has made. we will rejoice and be glad in it. So one more time, this is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Okay? Ready? This is the day that the Lord has made, that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it, and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. This is the day that the Lord has made, that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it, and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made.
This is the day that God has made. Welcome back, and I hope that you had fun learning a couple new songs and some motions. You'll get to practice them again later on in this video. For now, since it's the first day of our creation week of VBS, I want to share with you the beginning of that story that we're looking at this week by starting in Genesis chapter 1, verses 1 through 5. When God began to create the heavens and the earth was without shape or form. It was dark over the deep sea, and God's wind swept over the waters. God said, "Let there be light." And so light appeared. God saw how good the light was. God separated the light from the darkness. God named the light day, and the darkness night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day. I also want to share with you a passage from John chapter 8, verse 12, where Jesus says, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me won't walk in darkness, but will have the light of life." I want to begin this lesson by teaching you a vocabulary word that you might not know already. The word is liminal. Liminal. Can you say it with me? Liminal. The word liminal refers to an in-between place where you go from one thing to another. For instance, if I walk through the front door of my house, that doorway is a liminal place because I go from outside to inside. Outside, inside. But sometimes you're not quite outside and you're not quite inside. That's when you're in a liminal place. And sometimes we can be in these liminal spaces for a very short time, like stepping through a doorway. But other times, they can be longer. Sometimes it can feel like a long walk down a hallway. And sometimes that hallway can feel so long like you can't even see the end of it. And that's why sometimes we might not even notice that we're in a liminal space, but other times being in a liminal space can feel scary because we don't know what the future might hold and we don't know how long it'll take to get there. We actually experience liminal spaces a lot in our lives, and not just when we're going through doorways or down hallways. In fact, we are all living in a liminal space right now because of the coronavirus. Behind us are the ways that things were before the coronavirus. And we're waiting to see what life is going to be like when it's no longer something that we have to worry about. But for right now, we're in that in-between time. And it's okay to admit that we don't like this and that we're a little scared of not knowing how long this will last or what things are going to be like after it's finally gone. But I'm sure you can think of other examples too. Like maybe your family moved to a new house and you had to change schools. And that time of adjusting to a new home and making new friends was sort of scary, right? Or maybe you were just playing outside on a hot day, and so you're sweaty and thirsty, but you have to wait in line at the water fountain, and the people in front of you are taking forever. It's hard to wait patiently and not get angry, right? I wanted to talk to you about liminal spaces today, not just because we experience them and they can be scary or difficult, but because they can be beautiful too. And the reason that they can be beautiful is because God is in them with us. Lots of times when we are in these liminal spaces, we are discovering new things about ourselves, or we're learning new things about our world. We are almost always growing in some way. And when we take the time to pause and see that we are in a liminal space and look for God's presence and what beautiful thing God is doing, it can make those times a lot less scary. There are liminal spaces in our Bible story today from Genesis. In fact, the whole story starts in a liminal space. Everything is without form, but God's Spirit is hovering and it's about to do something. But what? And then boom! God creates light and dark, and God calls them good. And then God gives the light and dark names like day and night, and God calls them good. Light and dark, night and day, morning and evening, and everything in between, even those liminal spaces that can feel scary to us. But we can look for God in those spaces because God creates all of it. This is the day and the night and everything else that God has made. And it is all beautiful and good. Throughout the rest of this video, some of my friends are going to share with you some fun ways that you can remember the first day of creation and also the beauty of the liminal spaces when we find God in them. But before I go, 3 of my closest friends are going to share with you an environmental tip. A way that you can not only remember the first day of creation, but also help care for that creation. So take it away, kids.
Hi, I'm Ezra.
Hi, I'm Soren. Hi, I'm Georgia. We are going to tell you how to care for the environment.
In the beginning, God created light and dark and said they were both good. Jesus said that he was the light of the world, which is definitely good. But what's not good is when you use too much light for your house.
When you walk into your room, turn the lights on so you can see. But when you walk out of your room, what should we do, Joe? Turn them on! No, not yet, Joe. Wait till the end of the video.
When you walk into your room, you should turn on the light. That is good. When you walk out of your room, you should turn off the lights. That is also good. But what's not good is when you leave the lights on when you're not in the room.
So, we can conserve energy and care for creation by turning off the lights when we don't need them.
Hi there. It's the end of the day, and we're here to talk about sunset, which is happening to the west off of my shoulder here. And I have a guest.
Hi, Zachary Mest.
And as I said, we're going to talk about sunset. Now, sunset is another wonderful time to connect with God. You can go outside and watch a sunset and thank God for something good that happened that day.
And you can also talk to God about something bad that has happened today and leave it in the past.
And what do you like about the sunset, Zach?
The best thing I like about the sunsets are the beautiful colors that the sunset brings and how they gently fade in one another and create a beautiful sight to gaze upon.
That's lovely. I love it. I like to watch sunsets, and while I do that, I like to reflect upon the day, thinking about all the things I did, sometimes all the things I didn't get to do, but knowing there's another sunrise and another day to do those things. Thank you for listening to us talk about sunrise and sunset and put them in perspective with liminal spaces and connecting with God. Bye.
For tonight's craft, you get to be the creator with Scratch Away Art. You will need white cardstock or plain white paper, but be aware it is easier to use cardstock as it won't curl after it is painted. You also will need crayons, a paintbrush, black paint, a pointed toothpick. You will also need newspaper or a disposable tablecloth if you don't want to leave a mess on the surface. Start off by coloring the cardstock or paper with crayons. You can do whatever pattern you would like, and just make sure to cover the entire sheet. You can do solid areas, but use multiple colors because they will show through after the final product. You will notice through the magic of this video that the coloring is finished. Please take your time coloring. The darker you make it, the more vibrant the colors will appear at the end. Next, take your black paint and paint over what you just colored. We are using acrylic paint, but you may certainly use tempera paint, especially with younger children. After you have finished painting, set it aside to dry. Wow, that was fast. Now take your toothpick and scratch a design into your creation. You may do whatever you like and make it as simple or as detailed as you want. Please display your artwork to show off your creation. Now, wasn't that fun?
Hi, I'm Holly Lash, and these are my sons.
Aiden, Caleb,
Brody, Derek.
We're going to teach you a cool game you can play to remember the first day of creation. It's called Nighttime, Daytime, and the rules are just like red light, green light. One person, let's call them the voice, stands far away from the others. The goal is to be the first person to make it to the voice. The voice can yell daytime, and all the other players can run towards them.
daytime,
But if the voice yells nighttime,
nighttime,
they all have to stop quickly or else go back to the starting line. However, because we've learned that there are liminal spaces between day and night, the voice also yells sunrise or sunset, and the other players can walk toward them.
sunrise,
The first player to reach the voice becomes the new voice, and the game begins again.
nighttime, daytime, have fun.
Hi, we're the Butlers. My name is Jana.
I'm Rory. I'm Avery.
Here's a tasty snack that you can eat and remember the first day of creation and liminal space. You can see that one side of the cookie is a dark chocolate piece and the other side is a light vanilla piece. The two sides of the cookie remind us how God created dark and light, night and day. But between those two pieces of cookie is the sweet icing in the middle. That's the liminal space. And its sweetness reminds us of how beautiful and good those in-between times can be. No matter which way you eat them, these cookies are a delicious reminder of God's good creation. Enjoy! Have a good time at VBS.
Ready? God saw that everything was good. Everything created on the earth. Oceans and seas, land and the breeze. God saw that everything was good. Some say the world is God's garden. Beauty for all to enjoy. Birds and bees, flowers and trees. God saw that everything was good. God saw that everything was good. Everything created on the earth. Oceans and seas, land and the breeze. God saw that everything was good. God created us in God's image. Humankind created together. Equal and sharing, loving and caring. God saw that everything was good. God saw that everything was good. Everything created on the earth. Oceans and seas, land and the breeze. God saw that everything was good. In the beginning, God looked around and wanted to make something new. First there was darkness, then came the light. The earth was made in 6 full days. God rested on the 7th day. Oh, God saw that everything was good. Everything created on the earth. Oceans and seas, land and the breeze. God saw that everything was good. God saw that everything was good. God saw that everything was good. Have a great day.
This is the day that the Lord has made, that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it, and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. This is the day that the Lord has made, that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it, and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made.
I'd like to invite you to bow your head and to close your eyes and to join me as we pray to finish our day. Gracious God, we give you thanks for this day that you have made, and we rejoice in it. We give you thanks that you have been with us in our past, and you will be with us in our future, and that you are with us in all of this time in between. These liminal spaces that can be scary or hard, but also beautiful. God, help us to see the beauty in your world and in our lives and where you are present in them. We give you thanks for this day. Amen. Thank you for joining me today and all of my friends. And I hope that you'll come back tomorrow for day 2 of our Creation Virtual VBS and meet a whole nother group of friends. Until then, take care. See you later. Bye-bye now.